Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now if you know me, you would know that there's nothing in the world that bores me quicker than politics. I absolutely hate politics. I usually don't want to get political. I will if I have to for like a class discussion or whatnot. But for the most part, I avoid politics and I just don't want to get political, especially in this day and age. But then the other day in one of my class, it's a class about pop culture. We spend the entire day talking about identity. We talk about whitewashing, we talk about lack of representation, and you know, it was just so boring. Actually, the one good thing that came out of that discussion is that it inspired me to make this video. So here we go. How to fix the race problem in Hollywood. Now there's no denying that Hollywood is a predominantly white industry, and that has got to change. But I want to let you guys know why just by casting a bunch of actors of colors in your movies, it's not going to fix anything. Because filmmaking is entirely merit-based. And what that means is that if you're not the best person for the jobs, you're not going to get the jobs. In order to get cast in a movie, you have to be the best person for the jobs. So in class, you watch a video of like, you know, actors of colors, you know, they basically complain of how every time they go into like an audition, they have to like do all these accents, and you know, casting director asks them to do, you know, stereotypical things, and they are not comfortable doing that. You know, a part of me wants to understand them. A part of me, you know, could kind of see where they're coming from. But you have to understand that there's a big difference between being stereotypical and being racist. Now, being racist means you hate someone because of who they are. Being stereotypical means you recognize the differences between people to people and what, you know, make them unique to who they are, and you totally fine with that. You accept that. And I don't know if you guys noticed this, but some of these stereotypes are actually based on facts, like things that actually happened. Like for example, what are some of the like most stereotypical things to say about an Asian? Like Asian, we eat a lot of rice. Asian, we have a thick accent when we speak English. And guess what? We do eat a lot of rice. We do speak, some of us do speak with a really thick accent. So as an actor, when you're asked to, you know, speak a certain way, to act a certain ways, maybe the director is not trying to be racist toward you. They're just trying to capture something that is real, something that is authentic. And maybe perhaps the movie is trying to address those stereotypes. And in certain ways, you're helping exposing those stereotypes and, you know, help the conversation a little bit. And then the professor, of course, brought up the issue of whitewashing, and you know, I do believe whitewashing is a big problem and it has to go away. But then I start hearing all these names like, you know, Scarlett Johansson and Matt Damon and Tilda Winston, and I'm like, guys, you do realize that these are just actors. Actors, they don't have a lot of powers. Like, I'm an actor, so I don't have a lot of saying in, you know, what the director wants. These actors, they're people. They have to eat, they have to pay bills. Of course, when, you know, offers such a big opportunity to play, you know, like a huge pop culture icons, they would have to say yes. You know, the money is so good, and you know, you get to make a big movie, and of course actors, they're gonna say yes. You know, it's 2018, you go everywhere, you hear whitewashing this, whitewashing that, and even when it's not whitewashing, it's still whitewashing. But for you to go ahead and blame all these actors for taking all these roles, it's not fair. It really is not fair, and it's ignorant. The real person that needs to be blamed is the casting director. And it's really not that hard to figure out who did the casting for a movie. You know, you just stay after the credit. They would tell you casting by, and they would tell you the names. Do a little bit of research. Figure out who did the casting for certain movies that you think, you know, the whitewashing happened. And blame that person. The casting should have been more specific. That's the problem. So what they did is that they did open audition. And of course, when you had an open audition, more than likely, the white person will get the role. And here's why. Generally speaking, white people are richer than minorities. So when a white kid tells their parents they want to be an actor, they're gonna get shit ton of support. When I told my mom I want to be an actor, guess what she said? You should be a doctor instead. Oh god. So then the white kid, they get, you know, all these like theater practice, and they go to better school, and they go to film school, they go to, you know, New York Academy, you know, LA's, you know, drama school, whatnot, and they became better actors than the minorities who had to like, go to workshop and, learn acting through theater class in high school. So, of course, the white kid is going to grow up to be a better actor. Like, generally speaking, I'm not saying that all white kids will be better than, minority kid, because that's not the case. But generally speaking, because they have more resources, they have more opportunities, more than likely a white kid will grow up to become a much better actor than minorities. So when you do open audition, of course, the white actors will get the role. So you see, the problem is not really with the actors. The problem is with the casting. The casting is not specific enough. If the role of majors in the Ghost in the Shell movies, live action movies, in the casting sort of requirement just said Asian. Like, you have to be Asian to audition for the role. Because the character is Asian. Why would you do open audition for a character that is Asian? Of course, a white person will get the role when you do open audition. When you put, eyes colors and hairs, age and whatnot, body type, just put one extra word, Asian. You have to be Asian to audition for the role of major. That's how you fix the whitewashing problem. It's not with the actors. It's not by blaming the actors. It's by calling out the casting director. That's how you fix it. And speaking of white kids and opportunities, keywords, opportunity. We need opportunities. Create more roles for us. Create more Mexican superhero, create more black superhero, create more Asian superhero. And when you do the casting, stop with the open audition. Give that character an ethnicity. I want this person to be Asian, I want this person to be black, I want this person to be Mexican, and only people of that ethnicity could audition for this character. That's how you get good acting and good performances from actors of colors. With the whole Oscar so white and Will Smith not attending, and recently with the Grammys, how women not winning stuff. We just need, us minorities, we just need opportunities. We don't get enough opportunities. So when we do, we get a couple of nominations, and then the white dude wins. That's just how it goes. Also, a huge part of the problem is the audience. Modern day audience, we just prioritize the wrong thing. We want our movie and our TV show to be more diverse, but diversity doesn't equal good qualities content. Sure, you want representation, I understand that. But at the end of the day, to make a good movie, in order to make a good movie, you need a good, good acting, good directing, good cinematography, good music. A diverse cast is like a cherry on top. I mean, it doesn't have to be there. It'd be nice if it's there, but it doesn't have to be there. It's not important to the filmmaking. You can't just show up and say, hey, because I am part of a certain group of people, you have to give me the job. No, you have to prove, you have to audition and, to show that you're the best person for the job. You can't just cast an actor because they're, let's say, Asian. No, you have to cast an actor because they're good actors. And of course, as an Asian guy, of course, I want to see more Asian people on the screen. I want to see a lot more Asian on the big screen and the small screen, big budget movies. Throw some Asian in there. But I understand that just because they're Asian, that doesn't mean they deserve the job. You have to be the best person for the job. Let's say in an audition process, you have, one really good actor for your role, and he's white. And then you have an Asian person who would, would bring more representation to your movie, but he's not a good actor. As a director, who would I cast? Of course I'm going to with the white dude, because he's a good actor. The Asian dude, even when I'm Asian, I would not go for that bad Asian actor, because then he's not doing the Asian community any good. He is just making it worse. And then as a director, I risk making a bad movie because I want more representation. So that goes back to my be more specific when it comes to casting argument. Just give us, Asian category when it comes to casting. Cast the best Asian actors you could find. Because when people are specific in their casting, you get movie like Black Panther, you get movie like Wonder Woman. Those are the movie with tons of representation, and you just know for a fact that the people who got the jobs are the best people for that jobs, because the casting were specific. Oh, and did you know Coco was directed by a white dude? Coco, a movie about the Mexican culture, was directed by a white dude. And nobody had a problem with that. You know why? Because Coco was a good movie. And the director, despite his race, was the best person for the job. And as an Asian person who watch a lot of movies and a lot of TV show, can I just say that as long as the thing that I watch is super good, I don't give a fuck if it's predominantly white, as long as it's keeping me entertained, and you know, as long as it's good. Like I want to watch good movie. I don't want to watch a racially diverse bad movie. I'd rather have something that is predominantly white but it's good, you know, good contents. There's something that, you know, despite having all these people from all these different ethnicity, it's total shit. In this day and age, it's very easy for us audience to, you know, like point finger and like blame people for doing their jobs, basically. It doesn't hurt to do a little bit of research when you, like, you know, open your mouth. So to conclude my point, the lack of representation is a real issue in Hollywood and it needs to change. Casting directors just need to be more specific in the audition process. And for viewers, before you get all upset and, you know, offended, you know, just do a little bit of research before you go on Twitter and, like, you know, blah blah blah. There are real people out there, you know, the Nazis, the white supremacists who's really actively trying to hurt you. If you want to attack somebody, attack those people. Don't attack like the artists who are just trying to make a living. Sometimes they have to make really hard decisions. Sometimes they make the wrong decision. And just by yelling at them is not going to fix anything. Hey guys, so recently I just reached 400 subscribers. Like, you know, now 400 might not seems like much, but I am beyond grateful for those who have subscribed and have stuck with me ever since. Even if YouTube decides to stop paying me, your support is still very important and, you know, has inspired me to make more content. And for that, I just want to say thank you. Now, before I end the video, I just want to say I make this video not to attack anybody's belief. I just need to get something off my chest and I hope it starts some kind of discussion. Do let me know your stand on the matters. You know, as an Asian immigrant, as someone who loves movies, love pop cultures, and as someone who is pursuing a career in acting, this is a very important issue to me and I want to, you know, have my saying in that. And of course, I would love to hear your thought and your opinion down in the comment section below. Feel free to hit the like button. Do consider subscribing to me if you want to further the discussion. And with that being said, I'll see you soon.